Let's go. Yo. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast. And that's facts.
Hello and welcome to the Chicago Sports Podcast. I am D Nice and I'm with my man Bishop tonight, and we're gonna talk a little Bears. We're gonna talk about training camp day one. Bishop, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How you doing? You doing okay?
Oh, all good. It's been one of those days, but I'm here and I'm rocking with you tonight, man.
Yes,
And
sir. Yes, sir.
we're gonna give everybody a chance to get up in here so they can rock and show that they rock with us. But as they come in here, man, let's highlight, exactly what we here to do.
Yes, sir.
This is a day we've all been waiting for. All the Bears fans, all football fans have been waiting for, especially Bears fans. It was day one of training camp. And during this day, it was fireworks early. And that's exactly what I wanted to see. How about you, Bishop?
Yeah, man. It's for the most part, man. It's been. I guess for me, the information has been coming in. I've been a little taken back by some of the information that I've heard, and I'm gonna
Mm,
dive into that a little more as we get into the show.
okay. Um, yeah, man. But this is not necessarily the actions that took place today, but the response to the actions that took place today was something that I was dying to see. It's something that I had hoped to see from this new regime.
Yeah.
Um, and since we already here, let's kind of get into it then. I mean, we already right here, so there's no sense of going back. Let's just start right there. Ben Johnson gave the first unit offense piece of his mind today. Early.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, he did, man. I was. I'm gonna be honest. I'm pleasantly surprised of the information. But I'm actually glad that he's taking the steps that he is taking, because what he's letting everybody know is every day you got to come to work, you got to come prepared, and if you're not prepared, I'm gonna snatch you off the field until you are
Mm-hmm.
prepared. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so these guys said they wanted to be coached hard. So here it
Mm-hmm.
is, right there in their face. And for the offense to have struggled, mind you, now some of these guys have been spending time off the field with each other during the off season leading up to training camp. So you would think that they would be a little more in sync.
Yep.
Primarily you had two guys that have not really participated, that weren't even there today. So the guys that were there are your veteran, your core that's been working together since OTA, since mini camp. Now here you are in training camp, and you still don't have things together to the point where the coach has to snatch the entire unit off the field. So we're realizing how deeply the bad habits have carried over to where now he is. When I say, and for those that don't know, I'm involved in real estate, so there's times where if you ever done a fix or flip or anything where you're having to take it all the way down to the studs. This
Mm-hmm.
is where Ben Johnson's at. He's snatching ply. He's taking sheetrock down. He's snatching out old electrical. He's taking everything down
Mm-hmm.
to the studs, and he
Yes.
is literally
Yep.
rebuilding this thing. And
Yeah.
you're either going to fit, or you're going to find yourself in the dumpster. It's just that
Yes.
simple. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
I caught a few other podcasts, and the other podcasters feel just like we do. Hey, it's good to see this going on, but the puzzling thing I think for everybody is you guys been saying you've been working together, you're building chemistry, but why is that not translating on the first day of camp?
I think I have an answer for you, but I'm gonna let you get
No,
finished.
no, no. I want you to. That's a
Okay.
question. You know what? I'm gonna throw this. I'm gonna throw this pass to you, and you tell me what's your thoughts on why you think that the hiccups are taking place.
All right, Bishop, check it out. Now, I'm gonna take you back a little bit. All right, remember, this may be a little off, but just stay with me. Remember back in the day, couple of weeks before Easter, you were given a speech to recite in the front of the church, right? Okay, now stay with me now. All right. You were given this speech, you looked at the speech up and down, and then when your Sunday school teacher or the pastor said, "Hey, I want you to say this speech, and I need you to remember it,
Hmm.
retain it, and you got to recite it Easter Sunday." You look at it, you feel some type of way at first, but you go with it. You memorize this speech, and when you're memorizing it for mom, dad, auntie, grandma, and all them, you knock it out the park. But when you get in front of them folks Easter Sunday, you
The
go to
whole church.
the whole church, choir behind you.
Ooh wee.
You get the stuttering and stammering, your knees get weak, your palms get sweaty because you in live, you know what I'm saying? You on live. And I think that today, being is the first day of live kind of action, of course it's in-house, but live action is live action compared to you doing it, when you got a couple of guys in front of you and you doing the 7-on-7s, and everybody's not in tune, everybody's not intact the way they should be because it's not live rounds. So I will take day one and day two of those things, but the most important thing, okay, because everybody's going to mess up. They're going to get into week 6 and somebody's going to jump off sides or line up. One of the receivers going to line up wrong. These things happen. But the thing that I wanted to see that I expressed to you guys is that no detail goes unnoticed. And when it's recognized, it's handled right there. We not waiting. We not giving nobody a chance. They gave him 2 chances. That's all you need. We not saying, oh, we not making excuses because it's the first day. We getting at you early. And that's going to ring true for the remainder of the training camp. And it's going to take us through the exhibition season and even through the regular season. But still, it's going to be penalties, it's going to be missteps, it's going to be people lined up wrong. But the fact that we're willing to correct it day one, I love it. I love it.
I as well, but I think my hiccup or my problem is you've had ample time, ample time
Yeah, I'm with you.
to get prepared. Everybody knew this if there's any date circled on the calendar, it was today.
Mm-hmm.
It was circled. Okay. So with that being said, I get it. We've had weddings, we've had ESPYs, we've had all these different things that have taken place over the last 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
leading up to today.
Yep.
But then today on the football field, when you're supposed to be able to know where to line up, know what calls to play, what plays to call, and everything, you all can't seem to get it together to the point that you had to be snatched off the field. We're talking about professionals,
Yeah.
professionals who are earning millions of dollars to be prepared day one. Not
Yep.
day one in September. We're talking day one in July.
Yeah.
And that's alarming for me for the simple fact you guys had this playbook. You guys have been, I know you guys have been having conversations. I know you have had to have conversations about the complexity of the plays, the language, the cadences, everything. You all have had to been. I would hope that you all have been having conversations, and you get to today, and you embarrass yourselves as professional men. You got snatched off the field by your head coach.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, it
Yes,
sounds
indeed.
great because we know that now we know that there is truly no nonsense that's going to be taking place in this training camp. I just hope that it's gotten everybody's attention, so when they come back tomorrow, we don't have the same situation occur.
Listen, I'm with you. And I hope these guys go through training camp flawless. I doubt if it'll happen. Tomorrow's gonna be something else.
I don't expect it to be flawless, but my
Hmm.
thing is, you got. I mean, come on, man, you got to have the basics down.
Yeah,
You gotta have the basics down. And hear me, and maybe I'm being a little rough
just a
for the.
little bit. But I get it. I
I'm being
get
a
it.
little rough because you guys asked for this,
Hmm.
so I guess, hey, I get it. You know, as pros, and Scrolls said it best. You know, new system, even pros have to learn. You're right, Scrolls. You're absolutely right. I'm just saying that it sounded like to me they didn't even have the basics together, and for
Mm.
me, that's a problem. You you got to have the basics down. I get making mistakes. You know, not having the timing down and things, but it sounded like to me there was some things that was taking place that was eyebrow raising from the coaches. Like, y'all don't have this together. Get off the field.
Yes, 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 yes. Listen, that's gonna be music to my ears, man. I'm telling you, whole training camp. I listen. The off. Listen. This is gonna keep this coaching staff gainfully employed, brother.
Oh, it will. It will.
And the more times we hear it, that means correction is going to be done. Next thing you're going to hear throughout the media, such and such got snatched off the field. It's going to go to the individuals then.
Well,
It's going
I can't
and
recall the name, but I was watching another podcast, and I don't know what took place as to why many of them got pulled off the field, but somebody got let go today.
mm,
So
okay.
so
Hey man,
whatever's taking
look,
place,
look.
there was somebody that I guess didn't have the proper body language or something because they won't be back tomorrow, from my
Hey,
understanding.
hey,
I mean, and
hey man.
I'm not upset
Look.
with it.
Not at all, man. Look, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the people watching from wherever you watching from. Thank you for kicking it with us tonight. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Scrolls. Shout out to Vizzo Joe. Shout out to Tracks. We see y'all and we see y'all comments. Just be a little patient with us. We trying to get our feelings out about day one, but we will recognize you guys. Thank you again for checking us out tonight. But yeah, man. Um, this is necessary, right? This is so necessary because all right, it started off a little rocky for the first team. Period. It started out a little rocky for the team, period. That's okay. That means that it's plenty of room for improvement. That means no one on the team could start to overfill themselves, or as any unit on the team, there's no room for anybody to overfill themselves. Everybody's going to be held to the same standard regardless of what first team, second team. And the crazy part about today, the play of the day was made by the third team. offense. Tyson Bagent and JP Richardson.
Which again, I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad because now it's letting our QB1 know, hey man, you don't have this job sold up either. Because if you start stinking it up, we may have to go in a different direction. So you better get it together too. You know, you're the leader of the team. You're the face of the team. If anyone shouldn't be making I'm not going to say make any mistakes, but if anybody
Mm-hmm.
that should be a lot more crisper and on point, it should be you. And your first pass today was an
Pick
INT.
six.
Was an
Pick six
INT.
if it was live. If it was live, it would have been a pick six, I heard.
Right. So come on, man. This ain't no time for no BS.
Hey,
You got 6 weeks, partner, and you
I
open it up
love it.
against a division rival. So you got to get it together now. Ain't no time to be playing no games. And I looked it up. The player that was released today was Tarvarius Moore.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Don't know
Okay.
the reason behind it, but he's no longer with us. He got released today.
It's a lot. There's a lot of competition in that DB room, man. It's a lot of competition over there. You know what I'm saying? He might have been frustrated. He may feel like somebody promised him something, man, and it ain't going his way out there.
Hey,
So,
look, it is what it
but
is. I know he didn't get first team reps. That's for sure.
right, he sure didn't. And this is what I'm saying. Like, that's another. Now, if they sent him home for good, kudos to Bears brass, the people making the decisions.
It
That's
says
that's
released.
okay. That's another
So he's sent
part.
home.
That's another part of this team that's holding players accountable, showing everyone, you know what I'm saying, that no
Yeah.
nonsense. Now, he may have had it coming. He might have did some things before, but listen, it's been put on notice and being put on notice in front of everybody. You know,
Yeah.
it's different. It's different when your parents used to punish you, pull you to the side and whisper in your ear. Then they call you out in front of everybody in public when you mess up.
Yeah.
It hit different. So with this, you know what I'm saying, with the things being done today, that shows we are trending in the right direction. Now, I might not show it on the field just yet, but I think it's gonna be all smoothed out. But a guy that's been speaking of that interception, the guy that made that interception is a guy
It's somebody that everybody's been questioning.
that's
Yes.
been people been very
And,
critical of him.
and Dennis Allen said it best. He said, look, this guy's got size, he's got range, he's got speed, he's tough to throw over. So he's making his presence known now. So if again, this is this is the time now to make the mistakes. And I'm glad mistakes are being made. I'm gonna also say this. When you're going up, this is the prime example of iron sharpening iron. Because if your defense is hitting it on all cylinders to where they getting at the offense have no
Mhm.
choice but to get better and be able to perform at top flight output in terms of your production. For the simple fact you're being challenged each and every snap.
Mhm.
Now this was a 90-minute practice that took place. Out the gate, your first pass is an INT, which lets me know, okay. Now, what I like to know is, was he under center? Was he in shotgun formation? You know,
Mhm.
'cause apparently this was 11-11, 11 on 11. This wasn't 7 on 7. So
Live action. Yes, sir.
so I need to know. I would like to know some of the nuances to the play, just to get an idea visually of what took place. But all I know, it was a pass across the middle, and it
Mhm.
it was snatched up and was heading to the house.
Yes, sir. From a guy that's been much maligned. Now,
Yeah,
since we're on Edmonds, there's word there's been some cross training at the linebacker position between him
yeah,
and TJ
him and
Edwards.
TJ, which is good.
Yeah,
That's
which is
good, man.
good, which is
I
great,
love it. And in
which
all
is great.
honesty, I always felt like that should have been something that was done with the previous regime, because I think both these guys are so interchangeable with regard to their skill set. They complement each other so well that you can disguise some things by moving a guy around to throw the offense off, because if they're used to seeing, you know, um, Edmonds in the wheel, I mean, in the Mike position, and now you move him to Will, and you switch, that can, for the most, that can throw an offense off, because they're like, well, wait a minute. So what are they doing? You know, and both guys can tackle, both guys can get downhill, both guys can go sideline to sideline. Like I said, they're very complementary to one another. And I'm glad that Dennis Allen has identified the fact that he has the type of horses
Mm-hmm.
or dogs that he can switch them up and be able to create some havoc to make the opposing quarterback think, and not just him thinking. Now, the wide receivers got to think too. They like, wait a minute, these guys are not where they're normally at,
Mm-hmm.
And if you're doing that throughout a game,
Yeah.
I mean, now when we talk about game film and
Mm-hmm.
preparing for the next team,
Yeah.
what does that do to your upcoming opponents when they're seeing, wait a minute,
Right.
they moving they shifting these guys, and not, wait a minute now. Here's the trick: not just moving linebackers around. Now you get to move DBs around. That's why in all honesty, JJ not being there, we want him there, of course. We want him to want him participating. He's there, but he's not participating. To have a guy not there right now, and you got somebody else getting those reps, and now you get a chance to kind of move these guys around too. If
Mm-hmm.
you get it to the point where you have to be able to give guys a breather, and you can plug another guy in, and you're not gonna miss anything, and you
Mm-hmm.
switching stuff around to where now thinking outside the box as
Yeah.
a defensive coordinator, you're moving these pieces around. Now the opposing offense is like, oh shit, we didn't see this in film.
Yeah. And another thing, and this is the part that we don't like to think about, but it's a reality playing football. In a case of an injury to either one of these guys, one guy can step into the other guy's position, and these other guys, that's the guys around them, can stick to their natural spots instead of being thrown in a situation where they're not very familiar. That's another thing that this thing does. And again, we don't like to think about injuries, but we all know that it's a harsh reality for these guys if you're playing this game.
Well,
So
imagine this again, just as you spoke to it. Say one of those guys go down. Now, because they're both veterans, they can slide into the other veteran's position. Now you
yeah.
got a guy like a Hippolyte who doesn't have to necessarily worry about having to learn all three positions right now. He came in to play a specific position, and
Hmm.
now that person, he can fill the role that he was actually drafted for the time being, while the
Yeah.
other veteran steps into the other veteran's role, if that was to occur. We're going to hope that that doesn't. But again, it does. It makes an opportunity. And in all honesty, and the team that survived it most, Detroit did it last year, being able to move guys,
Yeah.
interchange, moving guys around, and
Hmm.
moving guys up and down the line in different positions. They were able to survive as they kept having to go deeper and deeper into their roster because of injuries. And another
Kansas,
team
Kansas
that
City as well.
Kansas City, and then there's a third team that has done it as well. And they got a super. They actually got their rings the other day.
Philly.
Philly is another team that
Yeah.
has been able to draft in such a way that they have guys that are interchangeable, guys that complement each other so well, and then you got guys that they just know can just plug and play, and you don't have a significant drop off between talent. That's what has always hindered the Chicago Bears. You go from having starters on a team to where once you have an injury to that starter,
The
you
drop
you
off is mean. The
it's
drop
like you
off
got
is
it's like you got a
mean,
JV
man.
player. It's like you went and got a JV player.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And no shade to anybody that plays JV, but come on, man. So you got to get to a point where you are able to plug and play, and the drop off is not significant, if any at all.
Right.
You got starters that sitting waiting for their opportunity. They will be starting someplace else.
Right on. And speaking of depth, guys waiting on opportunities and injuries. We have an injured CB1, and that's Jalen Johnson. He's injured. We don't really know for how long. It could be a very short time. It could be within a matter of maybe 2 to 6 weeks. Could be. All right. So Reek Stevenson was our CB1 today. And at CB2 was a guy, 4-year veteran, a guy named Nashawn Wright. He was CB2. Now, I was kind of surprised at this, but I heard through the grapevine that my man, one of my favorite players on this team that hasn't really been able to show himself, he's had flashes, but Terrell Smith. I was surprised he wasn't CB2, but I think he
Mm.
did. I heard that he was dealing with something as well. So this cornerback group heavy on the depth side. Nashawn Wright kind of fits the body style that DA likes to rock with. He loves size. He loves height, especially, you know what I'm saying? This guy's 6'4". He's rangy, big guy. And this is what Dennis Allen likes. So I guess, hey, we'll see what happens. But just to put that out there, Tyreek Stevenson was out there making plays as CB1. And Nashawn Wright was cornerback 2. I really like Terrell Smith, and I got a feeling. Because he came out of school being able to be versatile. He could play
He going to safety.
safety
He's
or
going to
corners.
safety. He going to safety.
So, that may be a thing. We'll see. But he's dealing with something, and let's talk about rookies.
Before we get to the rookies, I gotta say this, man, and this is something I've been holding my tongue for quite a while with this, and I'm just
Mm-hmm.
gonna go ahead and say this, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is to all football players. You guys need to get on the phone. If you don't have his number, get his number. Call LeBron James. Stop being cheap with your damn body. I'm so sick and tired of hearing you guys. You guys can't even get to the first damn day of camp. And you got a soft tissue or what? Come on, man. Come on. You make enough money. Pay for a nutritionist. Do what you need to do when you get up in the morning. Stretch properly. Do all the things that you need to do before you go to bed at night. Take care of your bodies. Invest in your bodies. You got a guy that's 41 years of age playing in the NBA, outrunning young guys up and down the court. And I get it's a different. I get it's a different sport. But let's be honest. You got to invest in your body. And for some reason, every time you turn around, you're hearing about this guy and that guy. Now, and look, I like me some Jalen Johnson, but I don't want to hear nothing about nobody else's contract and what they making. And here it is, day one, and you ain't even there. You was just talking about what Sauce Gardner got, but you're not even in camp. Come on, JJ. We got love for you, man, but we need you in camp. We need you in camp now. No more focus on what nobody. You signed your contract last year for what you signed it for, and at the time, it was a damn good deal. Unfortunately, the needle has moved. But all you got to do is outperform your contract, man.
That's it. And
But
I
you got to be available.
I hope that's not his hang up, man. I mean,
I don't think it is. I'm not gonna put that on him. I'm gonna
he's
say
a
no to
vet.
that. I'm gonna
He's a
say no to
vet.
that. I
He's a
think
vet.
it's just that. Look, man, soft tissue. Luther Burden. You've been waiting for your contract to be signed. What you been doing? You not even in practice today. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I get it. You fell on the football doing OTAs. You ain't recovered from that. Come on, man. No, We forever taking it easy on these guys, man.
Yeah.
But at some point, somebody of our platform has got to take the stance and say, look, we got to start making sure that these guys understand, we understand it, and we're not making that kind of money. Come on, fellas. Come
Respect,
on.
respect. Um,
Invest the money, man. No more chains. I don't see I don't see no more chains and all that, man. Take that money and invest it in your body. I want to hear about more of these guys being able to play, you know, 10 plus games, 11, 12 plus games a season instead of this half a season, but yet you getting a whole check for the
yeah,
contract. Come on, man. Come on now.
yeah. I mean, I think Jalen's a vet, man, and I think Jalen understands
I
the
know he
business.
is.
But
Yeah.
I think, I think that was kind of a stray, a shot, but he understands what's going on, man. He know what time it is when it come down to the contract. Now, I'm all about these guys getting their money or whatnot, but
I am too. I'm
there's a
pro
way to
player.
do
Get your
things. You and
bag,
you're
man.
and you're absolutely right. There is a way to do this thing, and I don't want to put that on them, like you said. I wouldn't put that on them. I truly think,
I'm not accusing him of that at all. I don't even think that's the case. I really do
yeah,
believe that he's hurt. But my thing is, come on, man. We have got to be more no, the kids got to clean up behind themselves. No toys on the floor. Daddy can't be stepping on no toys. Okay?
yeah,
Just certain things we got, come on. We got, come on, man.
yeah.
This day one.
It's day one, man. It's day
Day
one,
one.
and
Come
I
on
know,
now.
a lot of people are saying that we may be overreacting a little bit to day one. But listen, man, do you think Ben Johnson was overreacting today? It's a question. Like, it's no such thing, man. It's no such
We
thing.
got 6 weeks, bro.
We were 5-12 last year, bro.
6 weeks, man.
Now, on the injury front, listen, I do know that Jalen Johnson puts in um a a very extensive amount of work in the offseason, either when he's with the team or away from it. So he could have been injured in one of his individual things. So listen, I get it. And we gonna let it play out. But Bishop let it be known, and I'm 1,000% down with what you're saying, brother. No Luther Burden, like you
to,
said.
to everybody in the chat, what's your thoughts, man? Scrolls and everybody out there in the chat, come on, chime in. What y'all thoughts on about this? About these guys? Day one? Come on, day one.
No,
We don't have our CB1.
yeah,
Come
no
on, man.
Luther, no Luther Burden the third.
Luther
And
Burden. Hey, look, he signed that. He contract. The ink is dry. Come on, man. What?
Vizzo Joe, listen, shout out to you. And you're correct.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you
every but
absolutely
the
correct.
but the reverse of that is everyone will point to day one if they don't.
Right. Shout out to Tracks. What's going on, Tracks? Yes, sir.
But your guy, man, your guy, the young guy, Zy Frazier wasn't there either. Zay Frazier, Zy
Oh,
Frazier, Zay
he don't.
Frazier.
Yeah, he don't get no pass either.
He
Come
wasn't there
on,
today neither.
come on now.
So, hopefully, man, listen, hopefully those guys are nursing through this thing. And I guess if you don't have to, you don't want to rush guys back so they come back too soon. And by the time preseason comes, they out again. But who knows? But on a good on a lighter, on a better note, Braxton Jones, Colston Loveland in the building. Ramp up mode is what they call it. These guys are getting ready to perform. They're getting prepared to perform. Braxton is getting ready to try to stake his claim on his left
But
tackle position.
he know what's on the line.
Yeah.
He know what's on the line.
And
Therefore, he's got to come and perform
our top 10 pick, Colston Loveland, he's ready to show the world what he can do.
as he should.
As he should. As he should. So, listen, there's a lot to like about that. And competition brings out or should bring out the best in everybody. But unfortunately, sometimes it brings out the worst.
Well, look, I'm gonna put it like this: whatever whatever comes out, you either going to be between the lines with these guys, or you're gonna be on the street with us. It's just that simple. And I'm glad we
Or with
and I'm
another
and I,
team.
or with another team. But I'm just glad that we have some coaches that's just not letting anything slide.
Yeah,
I'm glad we have some coaches that's going to get in their face. I'm glad we got a coach that ain't afraid to snatch you off the field and tell you to go to the locker room. I don't even want to see you.
straight up. We mentioned about the third string making a play of the day, but and something that could be surprising to most people, not surprising to me, is that Tyson Bagent was a third string quarterback, which means Case Keenum is taking second string reps at QB.
And I'm going to tell you why I think that's the case. Because you got to give your the guy that's going to help get this offense on track with your QB1, and you need that guy to be that second QB only so he can get enough reps so QB1 can see what needs to be done. You know, I don't think there's anything to it in regards to that other than he as the third string QB, you're not going to get enough reps. But as the second QB, you can get the reps necessary for QB1 to stand on the side and see exactly what he needs to be doing in certain situations because because they're running pretty much the same plays. So he gets a chance to see exactly what he needs to do or what he
Hmm.
did wrong and why. And then Case can kind of walk him through it after the fact while the third string is out there taking their reps. Now those two can communicate and talk and say, okay, this is why I did this. This is, on this one, the handoff, when you do your handoff, tuck it here, don't expose the ball, things of that nature. So that's the only thing that's what I took from it. I don't think there's anything with regard to um, depth chart per se when the season starts, because I think once the season start, it's going to fall into the natural progression of Tyson being QB2 on
Mm.
game day.
Hmm.
Maybe,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I think what's happening, man, and I think what's going to end up happening is at some point before the season starts, I would not be surprised if Tyson Bagent isn't dealt to
Mm.
a team to be a QB2.
Mm. Mm.
That's just me. I think Tyson has too much competitiveness in him
Yeah.
to just sit. I mean, I get it, and I wouldn't be opposed to it. Much rather
Hmm.
have I would much rather have a younger QB as my backup.
Hmm.
But again, um, reason for bringing Case in is to help get this offense on track, and because he's aware of the system and what um, Ben Johnson likes to run and how he wants to run it, and he's played this role on several other organizations. He's there to strictly be a mentor for both of these guys. And
Yeah.
you can park him on the practice squad and not worry about nobody wanting to come get Case.
Mm.
You can't park Tyson and think that Tyson not gonna get plucked. I mean, and at some point, if somebody was to come and get Case, you're not mad at it either because he
Well,
did what he came to do in the first place.
yeah. I'm gonna let you finish.
But I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. Uh, I think Case in the practice squad is a no. I think his eligibility with that might be up, maybe.
Yeah,
But Tyson Bagent, let's talk about it for a quick second.
let's do it.
Tyson Bagent Great story. Good looking kid. Fan favorite. Pops. Everyone loves his pops too. Well, most people love his dad, but fan favorite. Everybody loves the underdog, and his story is just that. But I don't think he makes it to second string unless QB1 gets hurt. Case is there for a reason. Case is a proven commodity. Case has played in some of the he's played in more big games than Tyson. He's been under more tutelage and more systems than Tyson. He's just straight out has more NFL experience.
Hmm.
And something you said that I totally agree with. He's there to be a mentor to both of those guys. But if something goes wrong, Case Keenum is going to be first off the bench. Everyone loves Tyson Bagent. I do too. But he still got that P word on him. Potential. Now, true enough, Case Keenum has hit the ceiling. But right now, Case Keenum's ceiling is, I think, better than the potential of Tyson Bagent.
Well, and on that note, also because we're in a win now situation
There
with
you go.
Case with
There you
Case.
go. There you
Case
go.
has done it. He's been in big games. He's not
There you
the
go.
lights aren't too bright for him. So
There
yeah,
you go.
he can steady the ship and keep you going for a couple games or a few games until your QB1 is back and ready.
There you
I
go.
get.
And no one's saying that Case is gonna come out here and be lights out.
Oh no, not at all. We're not expecting
Nobody's
that.
saying that. But I think everyone on that coaching staff feels a lot more comfortable
Well, they
with
don't feel he's going to
Keenum.
lose them any games.
There you go. And that that means a lot. Now again, whatever Tyson Bagent has improved on this offseason, we will get to see it. And we're going to see a lot of it in the preseason. And, we're going to hear a lot more about it in this training camp uh, process. But I think when it's all said and done, Case is going to be three. He's going to be QB3. Now, it's not out of the realm of reality for teams to keep three quarterbacks, especially in today's NFL.
Wait a
But
minute, you know what? But D Nice, you got to believe in a guy, man, that comes to camp in a Bears sweater. You gotta trust a guy like that, man.
again, man, he he does. Listen, what he has and what he does, a lot of people like. Like the guy, he ain't got to say much. People just like him. I've seen interviews with him. He's an animated guy, and he's very charismatic. He's a funny guy, and he's easy to like. But when it comes down to the experience of this whole thing, I think Keenum's going to be the guy. Keenum came to this thing. He came into the training camp with a business-like attitude, man. You seen him getting out his vehicle. Had this strange bag with him, man. Big bag. He ready to handle business. Looking like a Wall Street stock guy going
Look,
walking the streets of New York City.
look, man. All I know when I saw the bag and the sweater, I said, yeah, this dude is he came to do some work. So let's get it.
Yeah. I listen. Whatever Case Keenum, I mean not Case Keenum, but Tyson Bagent may be the guy. He goes to another team, and we just one of those guys to be like, and we've had plenty of those guys with the Bears, by the way. Y'all
Yes,
guys
we have.
already know that.
Yes, we have.
He may be one of those guys that like, damn, he played for us. And he's on another team doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully,
But
yeah,
you,
yeah.
you, you listen, you're gonna take losses like that. Every team has done it, and with the mindset of what we have going, and with the QB1 that we have, Tyson Bagent, he may be held on to, or he may be the odd man out. That's just how it goes.
I wish him the best if he ends up being the
Yeah,
odd man out, man. But
yeah.
hey, look, man. we're talking about camp. We're talking about day one.
Yeah.
We got to talk about a guy, man, that first ever 39th pick to ever receive a fully guaranteed contract. Guy that easily, I think, got passed over. Could have easily been a first round pick, but luckily he fell to us
Mm-hmm.
and was what, the ninth or 10th pick in the second round. With that being said, um, he wasn't in camp for uh, the reason not quite unknown, not quite known outside the fact we believe it still has something to do with the previous injury that he sustained when he fell on the football during OTAs. But
Mm-hmm.
with that, injury aside, him not being on the field today aside, what are your expectations of Luther Luther Burden, and what do you think he's going to mean to this offense once he does get completely up to speed? And um, I think he's going to end up being wide receiver 3 or that slot receiver for us. What's your thoughts on this guy, man?
Well, that's something that we're going to have to look at because unfortunately, with the injury situation that he has, he's going to start off behind the eight ball. And receiver is another position where the line is long, bro. Like let's not forget. You know what I mean? The line is long, and the
And we
Bears
got
have,
and we got a very capable individual that can play slot right now
yeah,
at a high level.
yeah. So with that, and what I've heard about LB3, he's a competitor. He has the tools, but he's gonna have to bust his butt to earn. You
Good.
know what I mean? Earn his spot. He was given a guaranteed deal. He will not his position on the field will not be guaranteed. So
I'm with that.
we, I want to see how he responds to that. Number one, I want to see how he responds to that, and I also want to see um how versatile he is because if he's in the back of the line at receiver, he may be asked to return kicks. I mean, Duvernay is there, but he still may be asked to do it. And I want to see his attitude, like the attitude from him. I want to see the type of
Mhm.
attitude he's going to because this is a guy that's used to being number one everywhere.
Yeah,
He
I
played
hear you.
basketball, he played football, and he was always
That dude.
that dude. So this is a new situation, and you're coming in behind, and you're not going to be treated like they treated you in high school.
Or
You're not going
college.
to be treated like they treated you in college. You're going to have to earn your spot. And even on days when you put your best work in front of everyone, you still may start off as wide receiver 4 or 5.
Hey,
So it's going to be important to see how he responds to the adversity he will receive in trying to become wide receiver 3 or put some heat on wide receiver 1 and 2.
well, I look at it like this. I think one thing I will say, I'm glad that we have the bodies that we have in the locker room. Um, Someone like a DJ Moore, who I guess everybody would be like, well, then maybe that not might not be the perfect example for him, but the fact that he even at the start of OTAs had to have a conversation with Ben Johnson, and they told him, "Hey, we saw some things on film via body language from last season that we didn't particularly care for." They sat
Mm-hmm.
down, pointed it out to him. He got a chance to see it himself, and
Mm-hmm.
they had a conversation. He made sure that he told them that, "Oh, you don't have to worry about that no more." So I'm hoping that because of that, they'll, a guy like a DJ Moore, as well as other veterans, can, if necessary, be able to kind of pull Luther in and say, hey, look, this is what this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now you got to deal with it, brother.
Yeah. Now, even if he can't look to anyone, the first person he has to look at is himself.
Oh, absolutely.
He's gonna have to look within through the majority of this thing because that's where it starts. Is you versus you. That's where it starts, and then it spills as you get yourself more indoctrinated in what's going on. It spills into other things, but you're going to be put in a situation, LB3, that it's going to get to a point where you're going to start to question yourself. And it's not to say that you're not a good football player. And it's not to say that you playing around and not really injured. But when you start off from behind for whatever reason, around a good team with a good culture, if this is what we're becoming, you're going to be put in situations where you're going to question yourself and you're going to have to dig deep within yourself to remain confident and to be the best football player you can be.
Yeah. You know, I have a question. I wonder, and I don't know if there's some information we can look up. Is I wonder if this is his first quote unquote somewhat like major injury to where you know um in some cases, because I know I played with some guys in the past that had never been hurt, and once they did get hurt, it was like it was very difficult for them to seem to get back on track because they didn't know how to respond to the injury itself outside of just put in the work, do the rehab, and work your way back. You know,
Hmm.
in some cases, some guys, man, who aren't used to not being on the field have a hard time rebounding. You ever experienced that?
Yeah, I've heard that and I've seen that, but from what I understand about Luther Burden III is that he's willing to do what it takes to be,
Okay.
mentioned with the best.
Okay.
So but we're gonna have to see it at this level, man. I mean, because everyone at this level has kind of been what Luther Burden has been through high school and through their respective universities or wherever they come from, right? The majority. So at this level, you're gonna have to really ramp it and turn it up a notch. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I'm confident enough in him, and I think he can do that. But I'm I'm very eager to see how he responds. I want to hear if there's any whining or looking to be coddled around there. Like these are the things from young players that happens. It happens to young players, especially when they've been all world everywhere else and they come into a new situation and have to start from square one. It's some whining that comes with that. Even with the better players in the league when they change teams, when they have to um start from the bottom, they feel entitled enough to where they shouldn't have to do that. But nah, this ain't what this is. You're gonna have to work your way up, and we all pulling for you, LB3. So don't we ain't talking bad about you. We just want to see what you made of, champ. That's it.
Well, he's 21 years of age, that's for sure.
Hmm.
You know, from the information that I gather from him, man, I think we're gonna be good, man. It's just a matter of him. He's got his dad in his life, which is a good
Hmm.
thing. So
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be a positive for him. I just think I'm gonna assume that he just had to tie up some loose ends business wise. Um,
Yeah. Whatever.
so I'm just excited. I can't wait for him to get on the field because he was one of my favorite receivers coming out in this draft, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad we got a chance to get him because I really believe that he's going to be a difference maker. Both on and off the field for this team. So,
Yeah,
um,
I don't want to lose any confidence, man.
no,
You
me either.
know, I think every athlete has been put in situations where they have to question themselves, but just listen, stick to the task, my boy, and get in there and lock
Handle your
in,
business. Handle your
lock
business.
in,
Yeah.
lock in, and get with it.
And then before we get up out of here, let's talk about a gentleman that we, again, I guess you can say he's kind of on the hot seat too, or in a hot situation, which is, but I'm glad to hear that he's going to be able to participate, which is Braxton Jones. I'm glad
Mm,
to hear that he's going to be able to participate, so we can really have a real honest competition for the left tackle spot, and nobody can sit up and say, "Well, this person got to do the default because this guy wasn't ready yet," or anything like that. Everybody's starting out together, and it's going to be a real competition. So my understanding is Ozzy got runs with the ones today.
as he should have.
So yeah,
Mhm.
because again he's been there OTAs, mini camp, so as he should. So
Did Amagaji get any reps with the ones or no?
no, not today. From
Okay.
my understanding, not today. It was just Ozzy.
Okay.
But I
Cool.
think I think what they're going to do is they're going to rotate days. Everybody's going to get their opportunity. So but Ben Johnson put it out there today as well. Everybody is starting out here. Everybody. You know, if anybody has a solidified spot, it's QB1. But other than that, everybody else is starting out here,
Hmm.
and the chips are going to fall where they may, and the depth chart is going to play itself out accordingly based off of competition, based off of production.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That's not a formula you can be mad at.
Nope. Wouldn't have it any other way.
So, what are your thoughts on Braxton Jones being able to participate, and what do you think is going to come out of this?
Shout out to Braxton Jones. I've been one of the few guys that said that believes that he's going to be our first string left tackle once the season starts. I wish him the best. Listen, I wish every guy in this competition the best, and may the best man win. I have my opinions, of course, and we all do. But whoever comes out of this thing, I trust the coaching staff to whoever they select, and that they don't. I trust them enough to believe that whoever they select, they're not being selected, from a political standpoint. It's honestly the best guy for the job. It's not the guy that's being paid the most. It's not the guy that's been drafted highest.
According to
It's
Ben Johnson, that ain't going to be the case.
well, yeah, like listen, um, what being shown day one has um he's allowed me to put even more faith than I already had in him. But if whatever will be, and whoever they select, I'm gonna be 100% behind them. I'm gonna root for them. I'm gonna be critical if need be. But and however they select everyone else after that, got to be prepared. You guys got to be prepared. And if Braxton Jones doesn't win, hey, if we can get something for him, that'll be great too. Because he's a veteran.
Yeah,
And he may not be happy with his situation, especially be it a contract year. Hey, if we can find someplace for you to go, guy, we will do that. So, but may the best man win.
yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with
Yeah.
you on that, man. I don't think he would be that type of guy. I think he's a consummate pro. I strongly believe that he feels that he came into this situation no matter what he's already won. You know, being a fifth round pick, nobody really had much faith in him from just the fact that he was a fifth round pick, and here
Hmm.
he is now in his going into entering his contract year. So I'm wishing the best for him. I'm hoping that he can remain healthy throughout, camp and throughout the season.
Yeah.
May the best person win that position.
Hmm.
And let's just get it done, man. I mean, we got day one of training camp officially in the books now,
Hmm.
and got to get ready for the day two and the remaining five and a five and a quarter weeks left for us to before the start of the season. So I mean, man, look, I'm excited, man. I'm
Yeah,
happy
man.
for the type of coaching staff we got. I love the news that came out of day one. It wasn't all that what we wanted to hear, but it was what we needed to hear. So
Yep.
I want to thank everybody that's out there that took the time to spend this Wednesday evening with us, just really just chopping it up with us, chiming in, Viz Joe and Scrolls and Tracks and everybody else out there. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. Again, this content is for you. It's by fans, for fans. Do us a favor if you haven't already done so. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this content as well. But with that, I'm gonna let my man D Nice take us up out of here, and we'll see you guys soon, real soon.
Indeed, indeed. Hey, peace and love to everyone that checked us out tonight. We appreciate y'all ears. Any kind of comments that you guys may have, please send them to us. You can type right at the bottom of this window and type how you feel about the show, how you feel about the Bears. Just keep it respectful and keep it honest. Um, Shout out to you, Bishop. It's been a good Wednesday. We usually hooking up on Thursday, but Wednesday is a good day. Hump day, and we finally over it. Um, um, Listen, shout out to the chat. I want to say one more thing.
Go right
Shout out
ahead.
to shout out to our new defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen, who started early, bringing the heat, bringing exotic looks, really creating a challenge for this offense, trying
Yes.
to sharpen that iron. Dennis Allen, he has a head coach bravado, even though he wasn't very successful, but he has been a head coach and he has that head coach personality. So he's gonna carry that personality onto the defense. He's a patient and confident guy with the unit that he has, especially on day one. So shout out to him and keep bringing the heat. Keep doing whatever it takes to make this offense better, and in turn, it'll make the defense better as well. And by week one, we'll be good to go. Um, Peace and love to everyone. Um, Peace up, bear down.
Bear down, y'all.